Please help me welcome Alan Samuel Cohen.
Do you lead a team that just can't get along? You know the kinds of teams I'm talking about. The backbiting, the gossiping, the resentment. I see some heads nodding. Do you ever wish that you had a magic wand that could magically make all of your team challenges disappear? Don't worry. The team wizard is here. And wait for it. I've got the magic wand. And this is not just any magic wand. This is an official Harry Potter wand. I help leaders like you solve those pesky team challenges that have you popping Advil like candy. For over 15 years, I've helped more than 100 companies resolve their team challenges to drive better performance. And today I'm going to talk to you about the secret to running more effective teams. I've got a story for you. It's Monday morning, and it's time for that weekly staff meeting. You know the one that I'm talking about, those 2 hours of your life that you can never get back. I'm the head of publicity for a large media company, and everyone's running into the meeting late as usual, like chickens with their heads cut off. Nobody wants to be there. Over here, we've got a whole other situation. It's like the zombie apocalypse. Everyone's guzzling coffee just to stay awake. We're chomping on our bagels. We take our seats with our disorganized folders, and we're waiting for the big boss to arrive. The Monday morning time suck is about to begin. But something will be different. My boss opens the meeting with a statement that will leave us speechless. She says, "I've just paid a record amount of money for the publishing rights to a book series. The first book has to be a bestseller. Has to be a bestseller." There's a buzz of excitement in the room. Coffee slurping stops. Bagel chomping ceases. It's like that moment in the movies where the music screeches to a halt and all of the action freezes. Then there's laughter, there's nervous energy, there's excitement, there's cross-talking. But I don't feel any of that. I actually feel a sense of doom and gloom. And then it happens. My boss says the words that confirm my sense of dread. She says, "And much of the success of this, Alan, is riding on you." Oh, shit. My team, the team I rely on, is just conflict, dysfunction, disaster. She hands me the book. She leaves the meeting abruptly. I'm like, crap. Looks to me like another children's book, and it's really long. But I know I've got to read the book that night because on Monday I'm expected to rally the team. I'm responsible for the publicity. I'm responsible to make this book a huge bestseller. The book was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So I read the book. And it's really good. How would you feel if you were holding the manuscript to Harry Potter before anyone else in North America had read it? Well, I'll tell you how I felt. I felt awful. There was no way. We didn't have enough people on the team didn't get along, chaos ruled. But I go into work the next day, And what amazes me is that all of my teammates who read the book, they had the same experience. And we actually knew that if we could connect around this great vision to get kids reading great books of fiction that would help them imagine better, to connect to each other, build trust, we'd be successful. Well, I guess you know how that turned out. Now, why do I share this story? Well, I'll tell you. Because my experience working on those Harry Potter books taught me everything that has become the foundation of my work today in terms of how to lead teams. I learned from some great leaders and some great mentors, and it's become my model to create team magic. But there was something else, and that's really the secret to team effectiveness, and it's one word: connection. Because when connection happens in teams, it's a kind of magic, and you don't have to be Harry Potter to create it. Connection is so important. Connection drives results. Connection ignites imagination and innovation. Connection creates engagement. But for some reason, organizations kind of suck at it, right? It's one of the reasons that I wrote my book, The Connection Challenge, to help leaders like you connect better and more powerfully. It's actually been found that companies that place a high value on connection outperform other companies that don't in virtually every performance indicator. Seems like it's important to get better at connection. I want to introduce you to a friend of mine, my buddy John. John's a client of mine. And about 3 years ago, he called me. We had a discovery call. And John, who runs a PR firm on the West Coast, was at his wits' ends. His pain and his anxiety was palpable. He said that my partners and I are feuding. It's like we're working for different companies. I feel like I'm doing all the work myself. Employees are leaving the company in herds. Business is walking out the door. We're going to go belly under if we don't get a hold of this. John needed a team wizard. He hired me. I got in there. The first thing that we did is we had to rebuild trust. We had to pull the team together to remind them why were they in business in the first place. One of the things that I did was do an employee survey, just so they could see the staggering impact that their dysfunction was having on the organization as a whole. We worked hard, group coaching, team coaching, one-on-one coaching, and we began to turn the tide, turn the ship around. Recently, I got an email from John, and he told me that business has never been better. They're opening offices all around the world. Employee engagement scores are rock solid. The partners are happy. And he said in his email, I couldn't have done it without you. That is the power of team magic. Who would like some of that? I see some heads nodding again. But now imagine you're running a company. You're like my pal John. Your team is dysfunctional. Business is walking out the door. Your employee retention is in the toilet. You're not getting any business. Imagine if you do nothing. What's going to happen if you do nothing? Yeah. You're going to keep on adding weight. You're going to keep on being stressed out, and eventually you're going to go under. I don't want anyone to have to experience that kind of pain. I help organizations go from stress and distress to success. If you would like to bring some team magic into your organization, I'm going to make an offer to you. I want you all to take out your phones. I want you to type in the subject headline, Team Magic. And I want you to send me an email to alan@alansamuelcohen.com, alan@alansamuelcohen.com. All of you have the power to unlock your team's magic. I would love to help you. Thank you.